Hello students, in this video we are going to define a relationship between kinetic energy and linear momentum. We have discussed in our previous classes about kinetic energy as well as linear momentum. Kinetic energy of an object whose mass is m and moving with an velocity v is given by half mv square, and linear momentum of that object is given by m into v, mass into velocity. Its unit is going to be joule and its unit is going to be kilogram meter per second. Linear momentum is denoted by small p. It is product of mass into velocity, and kinetic energy is half mv square. Unit of kinetic energy is joule. Unit of linear momentum is kilogram meter per second. Now we are going to derive a relation between kinetic energy and linear momentum. So let's start with the formula for kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. What I am doing, I am multiplying and dividing it by the mass of object. If I am multiplying and divide by the same term to the given formula, will be there any effect? No effect will be there, because if I am multiplying it by mass and dividing it also by mass, this mass will cancel mass. So overall no effect is there. I can do this multiplication and division of same term anywhere. So what will be the changes in the formula? This will be half. M into m is m square, v square upon m. Or I can write it as half mv whole square upon m, because square of m, square of velocity. I can write mass into velocity and whole square, because whole square is m square v square, again the same term. And what is mv? This is the linear momentum. So I can replace half p. mv is p. It's a square by m. So kinetic energy is equals to half p square by m. Or I can say this 2 and m are in denominator. I am moving them from the left hand side. It will be 2mk is equals to p square. So this is the relation between linear momentum and kinetic energy. And I don't think so it's too difficult. It's really very easy. Taking the formula for kinetic energy, multiplying and divide by the mass of object, we can do this operation anywhere, because the same term in numerator and denominator is going to be cancelled out. Now this mass is making the square of m, and velocity square we already have. This is making the square of mv, and mv is what? Linear momentum. So p square by 2m is equals to kinetic energy, or 2m into kinetic energy is equals to p square, or you can write p is equals to under root 2mk. So this is the relation between kinetic energy and linear momentum, and based on this relation we have one form numerical. Practice for these kind of numericals. These are really very important from the point of view of exam. It is saying that the linear momentum of a body is increased by 10%. Means initially, suppose we are having linear momentum P1, and after some time we have linear momentum P2, and the change is what? Increased 10%. Means it is more than this one. P2 is greater than P1. Then what is the percentage change in its kinetic energy? They have given the relation between two momentums, linear momentum, initial and final value. Now they are asking about kinetic energy. If we know the relation between kinetic energy and momentum, then only we can find out this. So suppose P1 is the initial momentum and P2 is the final momentum. If it is in percentage, suppose I am saying ki P1 is 100%. Then what about P2? This is P1. Then what about P2? It is going to be 110%. Because linear momentum of a body is increased by 10%. If P1 is 100%, then P2 of course will be 110%. If I want to find out ratio of P2 by P1, it will be what? 110 by 100. This will be the ratio of linear momentums of an object of final stage and of initial stage. So it will be 11 by 10. And what is linear momentum? How can I write? I can write it as mv2 upon mv1, because when we are changing the momentum, we cannot change its mass. We can change its velocity. So P2 means mv2 and P1 means mv1. M will cancel out. So we get V2 upon V1 is equals to 11 by 10. Okay, now they are asking about the change in percentage of kinetic energy. So kinetic energy 2 upon kinetic energy 1. How can I write? Half mv2 square upon half mv1 square. Kinetic energy is half mv square. Final will be, of course, mass is going to remain same. It is not going to change under the effect of this motion. Half and m will remain same, v2 upon v1 square. So half will cancel out, m will cancel out. So ratio of kinetic energy will be given by v2 upon v1 ka square. And from the relation of linear momentums, we have find out v2 upon v1 is 11 by 10. When I put its value here, so it will be what? 121 by 100. K2 upon K1 is 122 by 100. Look at here. When we find out the ratio of P2 by P1. P2 by P1 was what? 110 by 100. Means if P1 is 100%, then P2 was 110%. It was 10% more. This P2 is 10% more as compared to P1. Now we have K2 by K1 is equals to 121 by 100. That means if K1 is equals to 100, then K2 is equals to 121. These are the values. If K1 is equals to 100, then K2 is equals to be what? 121. And if we talk about in the terms of 100, that means we can talk about in the percentage. So if K1 is equals to 100, then K2 is equals to 121. This is how much more? 21% more. So when we change the linear momentum of an object by 10%, its kinetic energy is going to change by 21%. There is increase in linear momentum, so there is increase in kinetic energy. If momentum is increased by 10%, then its kinetic energy is also increased by 21%. So try to solve these type of numericals. These are really very important, conceptual based. In your future competitive exams also, from this portion the question will definitely come. So practice for these kind of topics. So for this video this is sufficient. Next topic we will do in next class.